Hey there, friend. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at the news about wildfires, floods, melting glaciers, or plastic choking the ocean and felt this sinking feeling in your chest? Like the world is spinning out of control and you're just one tiny person standing against a tidal wave of crisis? If so, you're not alone. Climate change is one of the biggest challenges humanity has ever faced. It touches every living being on Earth. It's scientific, it's political, it's economic, and though we might not always think of it this way, it's deeply spiritual. Today, I love to share with you how Buddhism and ancient wisdom tradition offers profound insights that can help us understand climate change, deal with our emotions about it, and take compassionate, mindful action. Because Buddhism isn't just about sitting quietly on a cushion. It's about how we live, how we see the world, and how we respond to suffering. And right now, the planet is suffering. Let's explore how Buddhist teachings might light a path through this crisis, path of wisdom, compassion, and hope. Part 1. The Buddha's teachings on interconnectedness. First, let's talk about one of Buddhism's core truths. Everything is interconnected. In Buddhist philosophy, there's a beautiful concept called dependent origination, in Pali, Paticca Samopa. It means that nothing exists on its own. Everything arises due to causes and conditions. Think about a single sheet of paper. The paper comes from a tree. The tree grew because of sunlight, rain, soil, and time. The lumberjack cut the tree. A factory turned it into pulp. Workers ran the machines. Trucks delivered the paper. You bought it at the store. In that one piece of paper, you can see the entire universe. This is the Buddhist insight of interbeing. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, you cannot separate yourself from the environment. You are the environment. When we look at climate change through this lens, it's not just an abstract crisis out there. It's deeply connected to how we live, eat, travel, and consume. Our choices ripple outward, affecting forests, rivers, animals, and future generations. Understanding interconnectedness is the first step toward wisdom. Part 2. Suffering and the planet. Another core Buddhist teaching is the reality of dukkha, often translated as suffering or unsatisfactoriness. Life contains joy, of course, but also aging, illness, loss, and grief. Even beautiful things fade. Right now, we're witnessing a new form of collective suffering, eco-anxiety. Many people feel fear, grief, anger, or helplessness about the climate crisis. We see species vanishing, coral reefs bleaching, weather becoming extreme. Buddhism teaches that we shouldn't run away from suffering. We should turn toward it with mindfulness and compassion. Why? Because looking deeply helps us understand the roots of suffering and how to transform it. Climate change is rooted in greed, ignorance, and a false sense of separation. Buddhism calls these the 3 poisons: greed, endless consumption, wanting more, more. Hatred, seeing ourselves as separate from nature, even hostile to it. Ignorance, not understanding the consequences of our actions. Recognizing these poisons in ourselves and society is crucial. It's the first step toward healing. Part 3, Impermanence and Hope. One of the most powerful Buddhist teachings is Impermanence in Pali. Everything changes. Mountains erode, stars burn out, trees grow, bloom, and fall. Climate change is a painful reminder of impermanence. The world we knew in childhood, the stable seasons, familiar species may be shifting beyond recognition. That's heartbreaking. And Buddhism encourages us to fully feel that grief. But here's the paradox. Impermanence also means change is possible. The future is not fixed. Our actions today matter. Buddhism teaches that transformation can happen in each moment. A destructive habit can shift. A community can awaken. Solutions can be born. Impermanence gives us hope. Part 4, Mindfulness in a time of crisis. So how do we deal with the stress, fear, and overwhelm that climate change brings? Mindfulness. Buddhism teaches that mindfulness is the practice of being fully present aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. When climate news feels too heavy, we can pause, breathe, feel our body sitting on the earth, listen to the birds, touch a tree. These small moments of presence remind us that we're alive here and now. We're part of something vast and precious. We still have the power to act wisely. Thich Nhat Hanh said, when we walk on the earth with mindfulness, we heal ourselves and we heal the earth. Part 5, Compassion as a response. Another core Buddhist value is compassion. Compassion means seeing suffering and wishing to relieve it. Right now, the earth is suffering. People in vulnerable countries face drought, floods, and crop failures. Animals lose their habitats. Children wonder what kind of world they'll inherit. Buddhism calls us to respond with love, not despair. Compassionate action might look like reducing personal consumption, speaking up for policy change, supporting sustainable businesses, educating others gently, planting trees, choosing kindness in daily life. The Buddha said, as a mother would protect her only child with her life, so should one cultivate boundless love toward all beings. That includes humans, animals, forests, oceans, and future generations. Part 6, Living Simply. One of Buddhism's great gifts to climate action is the ideal of simplicity. Modern consumer culture pushes us to buy, consume, discard, and buy again. Buddhism invites us to ask, do I really need this? Will this bring lasting happiness? How does this choice affect other beings? Living simply doesn't mean living joylessly. It means finding richness in small moments, shared meal, a flower blooming, quiet time in nature. A simple life reduces our environmental footprint and nourishes our soul. Part 7. Buddhism and systemic change. Individual action is important, but Buddhism also recognizes the power of collective karma. Karma means action, not just personal actions, but collective patterns in society. Policies that prioritize profit over sustainability. Corporations extracting resources recklessly. Economic systems based on endless growth. Buddhists working for climate justice speak up for systemic change. They join movements for clean energy, conservation, and social equity. Thich Nhat Hanh said, if we want to protect the earth, we must change our mind and our way of looking at things. Change starts within, but it doesn't end there. Part 8. Ritual, community, and hope. Buddhist communities worldwide hold eco-dharma retreats where people come together to meditate, grieve, learn, and plan action. Rituals like chanting, offering flowers, or walking meditation in nature remind us the earth is sacred. We belong to a larger whole. We're not alone. These communities give strength and hope. They help transform despair into love and resilience. Part 9. Practical steps. Let's get practical. Here are ways you can embody Buddhist principles in your climate action. Practice mindfulness. Spend time in nature. Notice the interconnection of all things. Consume mindfully. Buy less. Choose sustainable products. Reduce waste. Speak out, educate others, write to leaders, vote for climate policies. Care for your heart. It's normal to feel grief, breathe, meditate, seek community, cultivate joy, celebrate beauty, enjoy simplicity. Let joy fuel your action. Part 10. A vision of hope. So, my friend, climate change is real, it's urgent, and it's frightening. But Buddhism offers a vision of hope, a vision of humans living in harmony with nature, a vision of compassionate communities, a vision of mindful living that heals both ourselves and the earth. The Buddha taught that suffering exists, but so does the path beyond suffering. Let's walk it together. May you find peace, courage, and joy on this journey. And may your actions, however small, ripple out to help heal our beautiful planet. Thanks for being here with me today.